it start to get icky, man. The blicky don't jam. Getting green just to crack eggs, and then I go ham. This is something like Summer or Sam. Wasn't this something you saying? Then it goes blam. That's a man down. You better pray to the gods. I'm never getting out of this cage. Cause my plays hit you more ways than a 12 gauge. And I'm burning spirits with this shit, and I don't smell sage. Look at your face, I'm about to place your rays with razor blades. So don't touch, you might get cut by ace of spades. Come at your neck, cut your deck like Charlie K. Was it something you wanted to say? Niggas in W, what you think now? Got the blah blah. Hard times with me fucked up, get it off, get it up, sharp. Jumped up with a gun, then I don't bluff. Don't talk, then a nigga won't butt stuff. Don't even trying that luck stuff. Better bet your luck gets stuffed up, cause you niggas ain't built for tough. And I had enough, naked you fucked up. Some of you see what you see, some of you see with your eyes. You may not wish to believe, you're looking at me, I'm gripping the fire. My niggas are staying alive, we're trying to survive. This ain't no lie, when you gotta grip the fire. Some of you see what you see, some of you see with your eyes. You may not wish to believe, you're looking at me, I'm gripping the fire. My niggas are staying alive, we're trying to survive. This ain't no lie, when you gotta grip the fire. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Illuminati, back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to break down a couple of interesting points that I came up with. And it's an explanation to a few of these women on this video here where they're asking, where's all the men? And I do have an explanation as well, since I'm a man. And I know from what I see all the time, what I've seen all the time, it's not something that I deal with, because I've always was the type of man that really didn't have to approach women like that. But if I did, it was because I was already kind of getting like some kind of favoritism throughout the deal, whether I worked with her or somehow something forced us to be close, or, you know, our folks know each other, something, dog, right? And you know, and I guess they say I'm a handsome guy, right? So therefore, I've kind of always had, let's say, some options. So I never made it a thing for me to have to chase women. For me, I already saw the difference between me and other men, so I felt like, you know, let me fall back a little bit, right? And if I did, I wouldn't chase that hard, right? Okay, so you got a lot of women trying to figure out, you know, where's the men at, okay? So and listen, y'all, I ain't even trying, because like I said, man, all of us men, we've all dealt with rejection. But for the most part, this is where it's leading to. Rejection has been the leading cause and explanation of why men don't approach women nowadays. If all these men are shooting their shot and everybody bricking, then you're just saying that the whole team is a bum. Everybody's a bum. Or we just don't got the right matchups. Okay, well then, who is responsible to make the matchups match up then? Because they've been shooting their shots. This is balls flying everywhere. You know, what do you say? Pause. It's balls flying everywhere, right? But let me go ahead and let her talk, because I want to break down a couple of things she says as well.
Start a conversation. So you just have this wall where you both just like each other's stories. Like, what have we actually turned into? Like, I can't even remember the last time I went on a date, because boys are just too scared to get rejected that they won't ask you on a date. Like,
you see how she got to be degrading about it and throw the shots and all that? Boys, right? Because they won't approach you. So you gotta revert to calling them boys because they won't approach you. You know, it's crazy that we don't call y'all little girls because y'all don't approach us. Well, the women is not as approach a man. What? But in what culture did they ever say that, bruh? Because I'm about to show you the reason why, though. But let me go ahead and let her keep talking.
Oh my God, before I was at Teletech, and this boy, yeah, he said he liked me or whatever to my friend, and he thought I was pretty. Did he say it to me? No. Did he say it to my friend? Yeah. And then she was like, why don't you say it to her? And he was like, no, I'm scared. And she was like, scared of what? And he was like, apparently he's scared of me. Like,
they scared of these women's weird reactions when they get all nervous and stuff. Like, they don't know how to take a man talking to them. And then it just makes this whole weird aura. Then the man becomes like, oh shit, I'm making her fucking uncomfortable. I don't even know what the fuck to say right now. And then you take that to say, oh, you're a weirdo. And it's like, bitch, no, y'all got the game fucked up.
Y'all the one that ain't got the confidence. That's the same reason why y'all won't approach a man. Because if you actually had to do it, you don't want to do it. Because why? Because you're scared. Trust me, take it from a man like me, I know. I watch your hearts beat through your shirt.
Do I give off scary vibes? What? You can't deal. Like, am I ever going to find a boyfriend at this point? I genuinely don't think I will, because boys don't even know how to talk to girls anymore.
In order to see, like that line, the pride in the line, in order to have options like the male lion, these women out here in Babylon got options like a male lion. In order to have that, for that to be a type of species like that, you must not just conquer, but initiate. Oh yeah. How could this male lion initiate all those felines? Because he's a man. That's how a man was operated, right? It's in us to be able to do that. But you didn't like that. You wanted to do it, but you don't know how to initiate. Let me stop, because there's something else I want to say. But let me let her continue.
More like, what have we turned into? It's not hard to message someone and say, oh, I think you're really pretty. Do you want to go on a date? Or do you want to go to a rave and go on a date? Like, how fucking hard is it? Or send a girl flowers. Like, if you're scared to talk to me, what else are you scared to do? You scared to kiss me? You scared to even hug me? I just think boys need to grow a pair and just ask a girl out. Like, why are you scared of a girl? Like, I actually have no hope. I have no hope of finding love at this rate. I could probably get more chat out of my cat than I can with a boy. Like,
all the women that talks this shit, their chances will be so much better finding a husband if they actually initiated themselves. Like, spark the conversation with a man. Even just doing that. Nobody said you had to go game a man up. Make yourself fucking, you know what I mean? Make conversation. Be social. Hi, hello. Right? Like, y'all act like y'all don't know how to do this. Y'all put yourself in those positions to be hollered at all the time. You can't put yourself in a position to get a man to just respond to you on some regular type time. Because then you'll know if he's attracted to you. You should know by the way he's going to respond, why he's responding to you. That's what men got to do. But half the time nowadays, men don't even want to do that because you going to think he trying to talk to you and still disrespect him for that. And he just a down-to-earth person. They can't do that with me, though, because I'm already, like, you know what I'm saying? And then soon as turn her head and act like she, what are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to you, but, you know what I mean? If you're going to act all silly or whatever, it is what it is. I'm a real-ass nigga, and it is going to be what it is. I associate with people, but I'm calling this shit out. I'm making like a damn fool, and it is what it is. Oh, well, damn, you ain't got to be so aggressive. Ain't nobody being fucking aggressive, nothing. I'm just going to state it clearly. Right? Just like we made the fucking example and we made it a whole goddamn scene, right? So I'm going to clarify what the fuck is going on here, nigga. I'm a man that talks to people who are around me. And that's that. Think it's anything further, don't fucking flatter yourself. I'd rather you shoot yourself in the head, doc. If it's got to be all like that, let's keep it 1,000, right? For real. Like, take that from a nigga like me, right? Okay. You're going to say, you always got to say something crazy. Why not? Why not? Why not? It would be crazy for crazy as far as if that shit was to actually happen. I could literally, hopefully, just wish that on anybody that's disrespecting me for just being social. That's crazy, right? Men got to deal with that nowadays. Y'all just act like it doesn't happen, but it happens. Happens all the time, way too much. Okay?
I was in the smoking area last night and my friend goes to me, I feel like creepy because I like the look of someone. Like, he didn't even try to talk to her. He just felt like a creep for even wanting to. And I think this big age of like anti-men, but not all men, and this like, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend vogue. The men can see it, you know. Like, as someone that sometimes dates men, I do not want it to get to a point where men are afraid, the good ones, my friend's a good one, men are afraid to even speak to you? Like, can't we just make an agreement as femmes, as women? Like, sometimes men will talk to us, because what else do we expect? Like, because if you stop all of them, like, stopping the bad ones, true, yeah, great, good, but you're also stopping the good ones, and then where do we go? Do we have to talk to them? Because I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing a man. Come to me. I'll make the decision.
Come to me. I'll make the decision. That's what it's been all about. And because of those decisions, you got a bad mix-up in the family structures, because they the ones that's able to choose the family with all those bad choices they make and create in a lot of families. See, men out here taking what they can get. Most of the time, a man is settling. If a woman's settling, it's because she's being taken care of and secured by the man, right? But the man might not necessarily have exactly what he needs. So that might not work out too well. Or she might not really be into him. She might just be wanting to be secured. And like this other dude, because she got infatuation for this type of dude. But see, had she been the initiator, she would actually go for the man that she's actually interested in. And giving the man the opportunity now to deny if he wants you or not. Right? Okay. Well, the fact that a lot of women have gotten these options and they choose the wrong men to put in the households, even when they got the right man in the household, they'll kick him out and put the wrong man in the household with the kids. Do you not see this going on all the time? And it's almost like they really they like to choose a good man to have kids by. Somebody that's stable, keep a job, all this, that, and the third. So they can run the play later. So they can go find Pookie from down the street, say, all right, yo, we good now. I'm getting the welfare checks, and I got him on child support. And he's still going to play his role as a father and do this, that, and the third while we have our time on the weekend. It's a whole crazy setup. And you know what the judge be doing? Smacking him. Yeah, and if you don't do it, you're going to jail. Smack. Yeah, stay away from her for 2 years with the kids. Smack. Like, hold up. And even after all this shit, I would have to pay 50 alimony? Dude, there's setup that's going on like this out there right now. So we're putting that kind of responsibility in her hands, as she says, let us have the options. I like being the one making the decisions. Like I said, it all comes down to that. Why? To control the household. How do you have a man as the head of household when you got this shit going on? You ain't even the head of your motherfucking options that you trying to put in your house. Do you understand this shit? You can't, as a man, you can't even find what you need because you don't have the options to be the head of. That's why men are falling back, because they got tired of settling. That's what's really taking place here, but people not really noticing. When a man really realizes his value, he's going to say, oh, you know what? I ain't dealing with this. I ain't dealing with that. I know what I deserve. But you're not going to get what you deserve, men, unless you have options. Hey, if it was fair for them to have options, how is it fair for they to have options, but we don't? That means in these days, fuck all that. If I'm a woman, I shouldn't have to holler at a man shit. No. If you want options, you need initiations. How is it that you could just sit back and collect all these dudes, but you're not interested in none of them, but you could collect them all to use them, but a man ain't got no options. Ain't got nothing to lean back on but a crumb and a penny if some shit fucking hit the fan. If she fucking dip and some shit hit the fan, he ain't got no support system. She can fucking bounce household to household every month if she wanted to. You know what they saying right now, right? Hey, it might be getting worse for them nowadays, but that's what I saw. I saw how it'll take men months, if not years, to find something else decent for them, when she could just leave you for another nigga. Oh shit, she only started going out the house 2 weeks ago. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So why is it that if the man got a seed, you carrying the children, that shows where the household supposed to be around? If the household is already in her nuts, what? We supposed to be wherever they at. Just because they come out of our nutsack don't mean that they just disconnected from us. Dog, that's our creation. It's our creation. And of course, a woman is at 50% responsible for bringing forth children. But that's 50%. So I'm a part of the creation. Okay, so if that's 50% and everything is 50%, right? And like I said, you want to be like the male lion, but you don't have the initiation as far as to have that dominant role. How you going to take a dominant role but can't be dominant in the role you trying to take? That's not meant for you. You understand? If you ask a lot of women, well, how many men did you diss this year? Did you turn down? No, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm working on myself. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm working on myself. Ask those same men how many women came at them this year. Do you see your options? Do you see you not throwing away time? Wasting time? Nobody sees that, right? Okay. But they still think they the ones supposed to have the options. But they the same ones that'll sit back, like, love on the motherfucker, just smiling, doing all this fucking funky shit, but won't even holler at a man. You want options. You need to be able to initiate, because having options is a dominance that come with that. Do you understand that? Like, how are you getting options? You only got options because it was given to you? Well, that's not being more dominant than having options because you were getting them. That's the difference. So you can't play the part. You're not really doing what a man can do. You're trying to overdo what men do, but you're not doing what a man does. Because when we go for something, we go for it. We initiate. But see, listen, when you treat us like we options, then we ain't got no part no more. Because that part comes with an initiator. You the initiator, initiate. How could you sit back and complain, where's all the men at? But y'all the ones got all the fucking options. Like somebody tell me, it don't make sense, right? Right? Every man out here shooting bricked 100 shots before they sat the fuck down out the gym. They said, I'm tired of working out. And you still up here, you thinking they only hit on 1 or 2 or 3 women. These men that fell back did not hit on 5 to 10 women. Do you understand that? Yo, you're going to say, I can't speak for it. Hey, maybe I can't. But for the majority, you think a man get just tired of hollering at some women? Dog, a nigga could get dissed by 10 chicks in one day and still not be tired. I seen it. So I'm only God knows how many times these men out here being dissed for them to sit down. Bro, that sounds to me they was getting no play at all. Haughty women. Because you want to be haughty and fancy and constantly trying to find something that ain't here. But you want all the options. So everybody set back on families because you looking for options that ain't here. So do you still deserve to have the options? Okay, then you can't find them and it's not here. So your options is over, right? You can't find them, right? It's not happening. Y'all said it, right? You can't find a man. You want to approach none that you like, right? Okay, so how would you know as a woman if that man would be interested in you in these times if you didn't shoot your shot? Hey, you could say, oh, they want princess activity. No, nigga, we want king activity. You will submit. This ain't princess movement, nigga. This is king movement, and you better respect that shit. You gonna see how it goes. When men realize they value and you realize you're a king, bro, how dare you allow another human being, period, to play you like a peasant? Now, us men of the Most High, we walking in our kingmanships. We like the last niggas on the planet that's gonna go for all this shit. We'll sit back and I'll take my woman in the kingdom. I need a kingdom woman. One that was already in the kingdom before I got there. Preferably one that never been on this planet. Hey man, if she got a couple extra eyeballs in the back, I don't give a fuck. At this point. But she got eyes in the back of her head, she going to the back. I don't give a fuck, man. She can have eyes in the back of her head because she's still gonna be submissive. And she gonna see me coming both ways. When I come and when I leave. You feel me? But nah, keep it 1,000, man. This is what's really been screwing up the community. The fact of what she just said. Let me run that back for you real quick. Cause I gotta let you know. It was very smart of what she said. But it's also very important because you gotta peep game.
If you stop all of them, like stopping the bad ones, true, yeah, great, good. But you're also stopping the good ones. And then where do we go? Do we have to talk to them? Because I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing a man. Come to me. I'll make the decision.
See, it's easier to come to me. See, that already look like I don't want to put the ball in your hand. You see what I'm saying? You see the weakness in that shit? You can't do it. You're going to have to submit. You're not dominant. We sat back. Y'all wanted to play a dominant role, right? Okay. We sat back. Now you want to say we're acting like women. Bitch, you acting like a man. So finish the part out. We waiting. Trust me. Y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. Nigga not thinking out, yo, they gonna run a train me. Yeah, yo. See what I'm saying? You're not dominant. But see, that's what I said. It takes extra motivation, charisma, confidence. It takes a lot of things that you might as well X off your board that you say you are when you're trying to compete. If you're not bringing those traits forth in your dominance. Because I don't see it. And see, you thought the game was rigged until the nigga caught this shit, dog. Right? Because how many cards do we got to really pull, dog? It's real shit going on behind this. So you're going to give credit where credit is due. Whoa, coming up short there, you have no initiation. And if you can't initiate, you know what I'm saying? What we really got? You're going to look at us as men like we don't know how to initiate now. Oh, nigga, we're not initiating because we was initiating so much for nothing. Imagine feeling like that. Imagine how much you would have to go through if you initiated the process. You think you would go through as much nothing as these men did? You wouldn't. And you still scared to play that part? Man, that's 2 times on it. 2 times non-dominant. Do you understand me? So, like I said, we becoming kings now over this. Because now you ladies are going to have to become options. Hey, you could blame women for this shit. Remember, they scared the men down. That's what they said. That's what they said. Ain't what I said. I ain't scared of women. I'm not those dudes. Right? But at the same time, is that not what we got going on here? So I get it. The days of that liberation and men giving y'all that power, that was a what do you call that? That was a man, what do you call that? Privilege. You didn't know it was a privilege till that shit got taken away, did you? And who gave you that privilege? Men did, right? Did this? You don't feel that privilege coming from the simps. You still crying. I thought y'all was getting fucked. Shut up. Oh, because you don't feel the privilege of the what? Of validation. The attention is gone. That's where the problem is. It was always about just having options, but never going along with anything. Why? Because the validation of getting attention is what fed their ego. And it was more about ego than civilization. You get to a point where having too much ego makes you uncivilized. And that's the fucking situation we have going on here. Whether you guys want to believe it or not. Hey, man. And you can blame some men. We ain't gonna blame all the men. The men that are tired of buying you flowers and all that, that's 80%. Let's talk about talk about y'all 20% that you deal with. Because birds of a feather flock together. And if you dealt with this scumbag material, then shit. If 80% of the women are dealing with 20% of the men, then damn. 80% of the women is scumbag material. Only 20% of the men is scumbag material. We got way more men that's not scumbag material, as y'all say it is. If you keep coming up with the numbers because of all the men you keep finding, that just shows how much scum you actually deal with. And that's why men won't even want you that much even more. It's no way you couldn't have had a decent man. So you mean to tell me you've been around nothing but pieces of shit your whole life? Well, fuck, because a lot of my friends ain't pieces of shit, but I don't know who you know, but I don't think I want to deal with you either. Because you more likely ain't nothing but a piece of shit like the rest of the people you used to choose to put in your life. So you can't bring none of that over here, dog. 80% of the men are saying the same shit. So what can you sell us anymore? Y'all ready to line up and be submissive and recognize that you guys were always supposed to be options? It's one chick said it's 100-1. What do you think an option's supposed to be? I still thought it was 7-1 or 10-1 or something like that. But no matter what it is, the one. If it's so many more to one, like you guys, the ones that look like options. Like I said, the man can continue to impregnate. You feel me? I had a mic check. Mic cut out. You feel me? So the man can continue to impregnate. So the fact that he can have more than one child at once being conceived, right? In wombs, in many. Listen, we saying if all the BS you talking and all that, if a man was to have sex with 20 different women and got them all pregnant in 1 week, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's my fantasy or none of that dumb shit. I'm saying biologically, he could probably do that. You know what would happen if he did? 20 women would be pregnant in a week, dog. I don't care how ridiculous it sounds. Of course it sounds fucking ridiculous. But does that stop the fucking fact that you look like options even more? Period, dog. You just showed us the common sense that you use and the way you do it and all this makes you not an option. Right? You're not the one. You're not. You're very careless when it comes to having liberation and freedom of setting the tone for structure of family and relationships and marriages and all this shit. You're careless, reckless even. Okay? Options are not for irresponsible people. We're dealing with bringing people to this world. We got to bring new people, evolve the world we in. We got to bring along the right people. Kids got to be raised in the right homes that last and all that other stuff. Decent communication, decent structure, decent discipline. See, you're going to say, well, a man can't do that. If we put it back in the hands of the righteous men, the Most High makes sure all that was right. So you can cry about the man, this, that, and the third. The righteous man never had the chance to lead the way. And guess what? This is the same reason why all the warlocks try to scoop up all the good-looking women, decent women, screw you up so you didn't get with a righteous man, because you know that's what they was going to feel like they deserve. We don't want no harlots and scumbags. Sorry. What the hell? If you really want to be happy, a lot of men that want you, but you got to make yourself an option, lady. You're going to have to make yourself an option. You're going to have to make yourself his option. Period. You better figure out how to do it. Because nobody, like I said, like the fact that you get hit on all the time and you're just like, no. And you sit there and tell him, well, why don't you shoot your shot? Bruh, cause dog, what are the fucking chances? All you chicks are still single. How many niggas hollered at you? Go do the math. Maybe the math will tell your ass to sit down. Just stay out the way. Don't expect no relationship or nothing. Do the math. If 100 men then try to holler at you within the last 2 years or even 3 years, as a woman, dog, you can't lie and say it ain't happened. Or where a man has made himself known to you, like flirting, any of that. Cause see, when a woman flirt with a man, he gonna pick up on that. He gonna do the thing. He getting the number, all that. He trying to see how far he can go. What the fuck do y'all be doing? See what I'm saying? So when men flirt with you, right? You just, no, no, I don't like, no. Oh, well, he this, that. You can say all you want. You can say all you want. But you had options. Period. But there wasn't enough of your taste. Oh, well, so what we supposed to get fed some shit that's not our taste? So you can wait around all day to find something that's on your taste. Men didn't wait around. Men saw ass, titties, in-home coochie, boom. That's all they had to think. Yo, I'm trying to speak for the fella, dog. Sorry. But I'm talking about, I feel like majority of the men. That's not what I seen, right? When I got married, all right? It was, like I said, a little different for me and all this, that. But I'm around men, dog. I know men. I'm a man. And I also think like a man. So that's what I would say too, right? Right? Especially she got a little cute face, nice little butt, right? Ping pow. You can see you doing that every morning. And look at it. All you gotta do is act right. You gonna have a ring on your finger in no time. But y'all niggas, you even took our options away by playing games with us. So niggas don't want to put ring on no fingers. Because they know even if they was to quote unquote win you over the dating process, which is going to be a horrible, expensive experience for a man anyway, that he can't afford nor want to get into, and you can't be understanding about it in a falling economy. So we just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what God got planned out. Since everybody want to act so dumb, and you won't want to give us our chance to have options. You women, like I said, y'all get mad when you in the background and like a nigga. I got a lot of women in the background that like me. So don't get mad. Don't do that, right? And this is how they try to keep us stuck to just like orchestrated to one thing. Like I'm only supposed to have one woman interested in me. I'm a social media figure. I might not get that many views, but I'm all over social medias. And I run into a whole bunch of people all the time on social media. I get hit up too in the DM and all that, right? Okay, so to a certain extent, even the men like me going to have some options, right? I might not be a rich guy and this, that, and the third, but it's some. Might not even be as much as others, but it's look. It ain't nothing like worth going at for the most part. A lot of them, and some of them be them situations that you don't want to get involved in. A lot of times. Because that's what they on here nowadays. They just want to cheat on their man. Why does it seem like a lot of married women are engaging with single men that can engage with single women? They still got you men out here playing adultery. They wanted to got you stuck in fornication. Once y'all got out of that, because you saw what they was doing, right? Kept you on a wine. It kept you in fornication, bro. Now that you fell back, it only seems like most of your options be somebody else join. And if you go for that, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. You commit adultery. So you see the evil setup, dog? So we can't sit here and just play like these things wasn't orchestrated, like it didn't come from somewhere. I showed you where it came from. And it was that quote of what the girl said. No, I like to be the one to make the decision. Let them come to us. I like being the one to make the decision. Basically saying, I like being the one to have options. So you can be reckless, disrespectful, careless, dishonest, and all that. As far as your lifestyle. You can talk about how much a man cheating did. We talking about the lifestyle. Did a nigga provide? Did he do the fucking duties of a fucking man with a woman? Did he take care of the house? Bills? You can start saying all this other bullshit you want to say. We talking about the men that was doing those things. A man that ain't doing them things ain't even supposed to have a wife. This is why if he even want a second wife, for the first wife, you got to continue to take care of the food, shelter, and raiment. Which means even to have a wife, nigga, you should at least be able to take care of the food, shelter, and raiment. So what the fuck is you talking about? Bum ass Pookie and Ray Ray? You talking about your little 20%ers again. Don't ever think about 20%ers when a motherfucking 80%er speaking, bitch. you feel me, dog? That yo. And I'm only talking to the bitches, if you know what I'm talking about. So if you triggered by that, you a bitch. Straight up. And I got no problem talking to that type. Because if that rings a bell or you feel your first stand up, that's because you a bitch. Hey, listen. That hit dog holler. What is that? All right, then. You don't want me to go no further. And I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I just know how certain people like to take certain things. So if it ain't meant for you, don't let your hair stand up. Hey, yo, let me stop, bro. Let me stop. Should I stop? Now, we should go ahead and run the video again. Let's run the video a little bit more. Because, interesting what she had to say there. I want to run it back just a little bit. Let me see. Where's that at? Where we at with it?
But you're also stopping the good ones. And then where do we go? Do we have to talk to them? Because I'm not doing that.
So they said they also stopping the good ones. So they want the ability to, use and dismiss the good ones. Because the good ones are only there for validation, remember? To feed them their ego by giving them attention. So even good men now, like, I don't even want to give you attention. We know what that did. So that's why you got these fake ass players and simps that's still playing the game to give you that attention. But you see that it ain't working. It don't come with the right energy. See, what they needed was the energy from real men. That's what kept their ego thriving, getting the attention from real men. So who's really giving you this value as a woman? First, we gave you privilege. Then we gave you value. Because, see, without those things, you're right. Mind you, it was a privilege because we just took it away. You don't have the privilege to get the doors held. You asking for chivalry and all that. Nigga, y'all niggas need to go huddle the fuck up and go find out where the fuck that shit went. Because if you asked us, don't tell. Look, I was the puncher. I kicked that shit all the way out there, dog. I ain't the one that did it, but you set me up to punt. I was just out there kicking shit, and somebody just landed the joint. You know what I'm saying? And I was just doing what I do. As a man, we just play our part, right? Some shit dropped on the field, boom, right? All right, boom. Y'all niggas got caught slipping. And you didn't think that real men would see it. Or they would come to a point where they wouldn't tolerate it no more. Because they're fucking human beings. So now we're saying, oh, we don't know what to do. Yes, we do. Become options. As once were, right? Oh, no. If you want to keep this going, but see, you would rather stop before we get options when y'all had it. You don't want to do, if it's no deal, I say we go to war then, y'all. Facts. We're going to die anyway. Because if we just going to let this part play, we never got a chance to have our options to play out the household the way we needed it to. Hold up then. Then let's go to war then. And we're going to find out, we're going to figure out the options at the end of the day. How about that? Because it sounds like it's almost like it's some over my dead body type shit when it come to that. Like, oh no, that's all bets are off when it comes to that. Okay, then what? Then we just gonna rip your heads off. You're gonna be hanging from trees and shit, your bones and shit. It's gonna look like a Predator movie. Like, damn, was that one pregnant? The nigga ain't, who did that? Probably the real Predator, dog. No, I'm talking about the real one. Turned into a real monster out here, dog. Playing with niggas. That's how crazy it's gonna get. You can't keep this shit up. You know, as a society, it's gonna turn into like an in-house fucking prison, dog. That's what you women is doing to the community. Your liberation is depriving the family household and its structure. It's depriving romance. It's depriving your chivalry. It's your liberation. Because your liberation is not leveraged to what a man needs to build in life. And you fail to recognize that shit as a woman. A grown-ass woman that can't realize you failing at life. You failing life itself just by being grown. What the fuck did you think grown was? Because the last I checked, it was still human. It wasn't this alienistic bullshit that you niggas be playing out here. You got the frogs, the fishes, the whales, the turtles, the doves. You got everything still operating except you knucklehead motherfuckers. What we doing? Yo, you gotta excuse the way I talk, but I ain't gonna apologize for it. I say you gotta excuse it, which means disregard it if you have to. Let it blow one ear and out the other. Because for the most part, you ain't gonna like half the shit I'm talking about anyway. Right? I'm keeping it 1,000, dog. So she said that so unconfidently about the reason why she needs to be the one to have the options. Because you don't got enough balls to initiate. You don't have enough dominance to initiate. So now you're fearful? See, well, at least a man was not afraid to talk to a woman. Y'all can say we are now, but they're not afraid. They're not stupid either. They're not going to waste their fucking time, dude. What's wrong with y'all? Now you want to call us scared and little boys and all this shit? Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? On certain, like, you know what I mean? Listen, I don't got to tell you what kind of woman I'm talking about. You feel me? As many men are in a single situation, living alone and doing all this shit by herself because we can't find nothing decent. It's because you ain't got nothing decent. Everything you could have had as options, it's trying to look away from you. Like they don't even like men. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Pretty soon, I think people like you might want to stay in the house because you're coming outside with this alienistic mentality. It's alienistic, bro. It's demonic. When we feel that disconnection now, that don't even belong in society no more. And some men got it too. And when this shit go down, I don't think either of them type of people are going to survive in the midst of this storm that's going to pop off. There's going to be hatred in their heart, dog. Some have hatred against men. Some have hatred against women. All those people are going to die because they got hate in their heart. You don't want to be on those side of things when these times happen. You don't want to have any hate in your heart for anything or anybody. You want to make sure you clear of that and have forgiveness as well. Because the spirit won't be able to enter in. Period. So if you have period, you claim or you think or you want to assume and I'm some type of hater, I got hate in my heart against whatever, the fuck you, suck a dick and bounce. I understand the Most High's orchestration and what he wants out of his people. and his people. So when it comes to that, if I ever speak on anything and it bothers your little feelings and all that, and you decide you want to hate me, I dare you. I dare you, because you should go to hell. Because you don't believe what I'm saying. Anything else, it's just like, how much more sense can you make it make when we got the proof in the pudding, we just called everything out? And I also gave you examples and reasons why women should not hold this fake ass dominance to have all these fucking options. In order to have shit like that, you got to put in work, bro. We talking about building family and shit. We're keeping that in your hands when you being messy with it. And dude, that's why I said it's about over for us. Because it look like these Barbies, they're going to play hardball with this shit. And guess what's going to happen? What's going to happen anyway, y'all? We know what's going to happen. A purge is going to kick off. And they're not going to do too well in the midst of it. They're not. I don't see, dude, I'm telling you, I see very, very, very bad things happening to women in the future, near future. Very bad things. And it's because Christ already, look, man, I ain't the one that got the tape recorder on these mugs. Everybody gonna get their fair share of what they done in the pudding, whether it's men or women. I'm talking about women right now, since women are wondering where men are and why everything stopped and is not gonna continue. Like I said, Isaiah, I should bring that scripture up. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can bring that scripture up. It's Isaiah 3 and I'm not saying it could be 6. Hold on. Oh, hold on. You know what? I want to show you the reason why he said it, man. I'm telling you, dog. Like, you're always like, oh, I'm tired of hearing that scripture. Man, we can't. We're gonna keep having to go over certain things, especially when certain things talk about these days we live in, right? We have to go over certain things certain amount of times. Like, do you have a problem with that? I know I ain't got a problem with it. Anybody got a problem with reading the word of God? All right. So it was Isaiah 3 and 16, right? So we're gonna go with 15. This is the Son of Man talking, by the way, because a lot of people don't know that. But they gonna get over here, watch this shit, and go act like they did. And then think they the Son of Man too. But anyway, it says, what mean ye that beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord God of hosts? You say, yeah, oh, that's the Lord. See, nigga, I'm telling you who it is. But you can be stupid if you want. The nigga saying, what ye mean beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord God of hosts? Moreover, saith the Lord. So the Lord talking to the Lord. All right, well, which one is the Lord? Nigga, I told you who the nigga was up there. What ye mean beat my people to pieces? That is the Son of Man. All right. Then the Lord responds, obviously, moreover, the Lord, moreover. Of course, you're going to start over and say moreover when the Lord say moreover. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks, wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite the scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Why? Why y'all do it to yourself, man? Why y'all do that? Why y'all? You try to take the box and run with it, dog. That's what you try to do. You said, oh, you know what? We don't want Satan to have it no more because we was trying to turn y'all into Satan more than Satan was having advantage of us. But now time is ticking. We really need y'all to get back on the clock or we're going to run away with the box. No, you're going to get put in a box. I'm trying to keep this shit as thorough as I possibly can, dog. Because I know I really do get tired of hearing these conversations. But I sat there on my couch today and said, yo, let me see if I can figure this out. Let me see if I could come to a conclusion. I said, well, since they so picky, let them pick. You picky, you pick. So we ain't got to go through all that. 9 times out of 10, when a woman approach a man and she trying to date a single man, right? You got to try to think about how hard is that for a woman to approach a man. Now, it's not hard, is it? You know, for women, you know it ain't hard. What you afraid of? It's actually the woman that's afraid of rejection. It's not the man. The man wasn't afraid of rejection. That ain't why he do it. He doing it because he don't want to feel stupid no more. Because he been rejected enough. He was never afraid of rejection. Y'all always was afraid of rejection. Always. Right? So that's your reason for trying to bargain to keep it on your side so you can have the options, because you're actually afraid of rejection because you're not that dominant. You won't initiate something. Men would always go out here and initiate some shit whether they got rejected or not. But it comes to a point when a nigga going 10 for 10 rejection rate, what the fuck else you expect these men to do out here? Right? There's nothing else they can do. Then, if they want to approach you, now you want to talk about what you want and how you got to be like this and that and buy you a drink and take you out to eat and all you expecting shit. Paying a bill and start talking about how much money you ain't got and you lost hours at work this week or your kids. And so I don't give a fuck about none of that. I did not come here to play Superman. And you still looking for simps. Go back to your 20%. That's still there. No, because that's not what they want, y'all. They want the 80% of the niggas to be like the 20% of the niggas. Simps. Seriously. That's why they stuck on it. Because they know you just lost a hell of a lot of your leverage. We done found out the numbers now. They realizing the leverage, the statistical leverage number that it actually is. Y'all lost 80% of your leverage. You lost. That right there says game over for y'all. Men win. When it come to that, if it was a game, I'm just saying, dude, if you lose 80% of your life, I don't give a fuck what kind of game we playing. Niggas wasn't even playing games. Y'all played yourself and you lost 80% leverage, you lose. That came with the privilege, the attention, the ego boosting, all that. You lost it. Because it came with the men. Now the men sat down and said, now you crying, you boo-hooing, you trying to figure it out. You feeling that loneliness, that shit taking effect, and you looking at everything going on in the world, prices getting high and all that, and y'all thought it was a good time to play games? This is literally exactly what y'all deserve. Man, it's crazy, man. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, though. Till next time, man, it's your boy Don Illuminati. Peace. My love.
Ain't no war outside. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe it, though. I don't